Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Assumer. We got so many bananas in chat right now, we're going to have a little read. Why is it doing that? Oh. Fancy. We got bananas in chat from Morgan Corn, Alien Explorer, Booty Hunter, Vince for Life, Branta Falls, Mini 1025, Navigen, Bill Cooper Hicks, Newton Squared, Ed Network, Rocky Avalon, Laro Boy 123, Sir Loafington, It's a Bear, Navigen again with some more bananas, William Xbox 360 with some bananas as well, and Foxler64. Thank you for all the bananas. When I pressed spacebar to pause my chat, for some reason it caused the game to think I was holding down spacebar. That is... Let's try that again. Let's press spacebar. No? That must have just been like a one-off thing. That would have been a good exploit if somehow we'd found a way to make the game think we were holding down a button. You know? AFK Farms. What happened there? I couldn't jump. Welcome back, peeps. Welcome back. Thank you for all the bananas. That's the way that people let me know that we are live. And just gonna click something over there, make sure we are all set up ready to stream. We are, and straight away here we have a noise in my ear from Bertie J 373 for 17 months in a row. Absolutely epic. Thank you so much, my friend. He says, how time flies. How it does indeed. 17 months of streaming. That is quite unbelievable. Every other day here on Twitch is what we do, weekends in the morning, and we are starting off with some AFKing and some resource collecting. We need wool. All of this string is for wool, so that means that we can do some crafting. However, if you look at my inventory here, I think we are going to be doing some multiple trips because this is all filled up. Right, I am, however, going to put that red clay. Those blocks there weren't me. Oh, it looks like that's actually intended. This is now a double chest. Yes, but mining around here, I was trying to get to the back area to fix something. I've come away with more clay than I needed. Erin the Elf says there is an exploit. Hold a button, press F11. Unless they patch, that is a thing you can do. It is a thing you can do. It's also something I covered on my channel, so I've been shared that tip with. Also in a live stream I was shared it with. That sounds really weird the way I'm saying the English words at the moment, doesn't it? But yes, I did a video on that. If ever you need the instructions, I do it all the time now. It's a fantastic way to AFK. And we're going to have to come back for some more of these bones. And we got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Morgan Corn saying hashtag trapped in a box hype. Am I reading that right? Trashed in a box hype. Trapped. Good morning, X, says Morgan Corn. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're having a good one. Thank you for the donation, as always. Appreciate the support. And we need so much wool that I'm going to have to do several AFK sessions here by the looks of it. That is not enough, but it's a good start. And we get to take some more of these bones. So, this stuff just needs to be dropped off somewhere. And hey, that'll make one. And I'll explain what these are for in a moment. There was something I was about to do. Aha, yeah, sort out the junk. Okay, we can do without those. Cactus probably want to hold on to right now. And, you know, truck away the cobble. Probably the stone as well. Put some things... Ah, I've already done that, haven't I? Okay. So if we put that in there and that clears up a lot of space. Excellent. We have a resubscribe for 6 months in a row, half a year, from Slagfizz. Thank you for the support, and a new subscriber here on the channel. Let's just turn around and say hello to Miyataki. Miyataki, thank you for subscribing. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I appreciate the support. Welcome to the channel. LP Lucas says, what's up? Not much. It is early in the morning. We are just getting prepared for a live stream, and look at that. If we throw away one more thing, ender pearls, bam, we get to take everything with us. That's fantastic. Is there any more bones anywhere at all? No. Okay, and we will end off here by throwing away useless items. I always like to do that, just because these chests get really, really cluttered with stuff. Just throw away all the stuff that's already been enchanted. I don't think anyone uses this as an enchanting station anymore, though, to be fair. And do you know what? Some of those enchantments might have been decent. I think I'll check them on bows next time. Right, all of those down there. And up there. And okay, so you're probably not going to want those. Yeah, they're all actually really quite low, aren't they? Because they've just come from basic skellies. Right, see you later, shiny armour. Got no use for you. That one is also shiny, and as is that one. Sometimes the gold just doesn't look quite as obviously shiny, you know, when it's next to regular gold, so that catches me out. Let's have a look over to chat. Zaudi says, is Mumbo online? Yes, he's been online overnight, probably AFKing somewhere. And we have to now go, let's see, to our base, basically. So we're starting off with some resource gathering. Today we're going to do mainly resource gathering and some building as well. That is sort of the plan. Seal says, hi X, this is my first stream ever, got Twitch yesterday. Well, welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you enjoy what we're doing here on the Hermitcraft server. And we have a resubscribe for 9 months in a row from... I know I butcher this one every time. Tajeldfi 1984. I apologise, my friend. Thank you for the support. Apologies about the butchering of the name. Miyakati says, what pretty music. Ah, yes. We are listening to the new Crinkles soundtrack. Now, normally before I put music on my stream, I would have listened to it through already, but I haven't had the time to do that. Do you know what? The place I want to put this wall is actually in here, believe it or not. And Scar said he dropped off some coal blocks for me. Just want to see where he put those. Ah, we got no sound. Let's make sure we got sound so we can hear those creepers, right? Right, we want to hear those creepers, don't we? You can't hear them until they blow up. Wow, Scar, the man! Check that out. Happy building. Oh, man, he's come through for us. I hope that's not all of his supplies. Like, I need coal for something, and the hermits have been helping me out with it. Right, we dropped off what we needed to drop off. We need to put some saplings away down here. Just put that there for now. And then we need to move the bones. Before we... Actually, no, we will go here first. Time to move the bones. And the Real Bros Gaming says, Asuma, what tea today? It's a Ceylon tea, a black tea, and I'm going to have a sip of it. It is well and truly ready for sipping. Seal says, when is the next episode coming out? I can't tell ya. That is some good tea. Not even the undead can spoil that. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Get set on fire. Leave me alone. Don't set me on fire. We got a donation here, noise in the ear from Oyster Snag saying, hey X, a long time lurker, first time donator. I've watched all of your videos since season 2. I appreciate your positive attitude and all the effort you put into make the world a better place. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate the lovely message there. Yeah, I try to... When you say make the world a better place, I thought of the Hermitcraft world, to be fair. I try to do my bit, you know, to give you guys a nice place to come and hang out, you know? That's all I can do, really, isn't it? Appreciate the donation, man. Very nice message there. You've made me feel very humble. And, yeah, thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, where we are filling up the war machine. It's not the war machine anymore. It's the peace machine, right? Coal blocks for episode V2, says UCM. You guessed it. You guessed it. I really don't like generating hype around this second episode now. I don't think it's going to be as good as the first one due to the nature of what I'm doing and the amount of time it's taken to put together. I think in general it won't be quite what... Yeah, by the time it's out, it won't be bothered about it. So I'm trying to deflate the hype because it might be another month before it's finished. However, I don't know. You see, there's so many jobs to be done around the house. I'm sort of on the last leg of jobs at the moment, which feels good, but... You know, it's just a case of at the moment, because I'm moved in, there's all these things to do. Whenever I get free time that would have been episode time, I generally go, no, let's work on the house. Like last night, I was up to quite late, just chipping away at the ceiling in a room that I'm redecorating because I'm going to put my gym equipment in there, and you know, still moving things around and getting unpacked. It takes a long time. Cronus Craft says SMP equals survival multiplayer. Yes, that's an old term. Since I first joined the Minecraft community, SSP and SMP were terms used a lot. I think even the devs used it themselves. And over time I've noticed that it's like not an official term, it's just a term that people use to describe what part of the game you're playing. I want to dump this cactus in our chest where cactus would go, and there's already some in there, that's good to know. And this rotted flesh can go in there since I'm standing next to it, otherwise it would have got the chuck. Right, our next location is to go and check Impulse's farm. I talked to him about getting some bones. Every time I go over to Impulse's at the moment, all the bones are gone, and me and him have a deal. So he said that he would lock some away for me. So hopefully there's a chest over there. Efo Void says, "Hey X, go help Beef with all the quartz in his base. Was burned by Iskall, and it was replaced by Diorite." Yeah, I saw that. I've got a feeling Iskall didn't throw that Diorite away. If you go watch the quartz. If you go watch that video again, right, pay attention to his hotbar. That's all I'm saying. Like, watch that bit, pay attention to the hotbar. I even left a comment about that. I don't know if you saw it. Iskall's the kind of guy I think who catches most of his comments. We got a donation here. No noise in the ear. Not a nose in the ear. What's going on? From Nolava. Wow, I can't say your name. Nolava Yakor says, "I always used to type my smiley faces without a nose until I started watching your content. Now I consider myself more of a smiley face nose guy. Thanks for changing my life." Oh, I love it. Amazing. Okay, no bones. Let's go down below. Appreciate the donation, buddy. Yes, Biffle was the one who turned me on to the noses in the smiley faces. The reason that I use smiley faces so much is because I feel like you could type something like well, actually, I don't know what to say to Cubman. I missed his message earlier. Hi, Cub. I'm streaming. I don't know what to say. Basically, you can say something that sometimes sounds like you might be mean, and I often type messages online and worry that I sound mean. So I put a smiley face to try and signify that it's a positive or a friendly message, right? And then I saw Biffa putting noses in, and I think they look a lot better with a nose. They just look more like a formed face. Cool, well I guess we're done here because there's no bones. And Miyataki says, "I like clown faces." To me that looks more like a like an open mouth expression, like a gasp. I wouldn't call that a clown face, but who knows? You can call it whatever you want, really. Right, so what are we doing? That's the sort of job number one done. We've got to dye some of that wool, but there's really not enough. There's really not enough to worry about. Let's take a. No, we're not going to do that. We're gonna like move on to the first job of today's stream, which is to go gather some clay. We also need to collect endstone. Don't let me forget that. Don't let me forget it. Toxic Dino says, "When will Hermitcraft 5 start?" This is a really popular question, and it's driving me nuts. We're having like the best season of Hermitcraft ever. Like, there's so much going on, so many people are playing. I've never had as much fun on this season, and people leave comments about season 5, and we're not even like halfway through. Well, I think we're about 6 months in, so half a year into the world. That's not even halfway through probably how long it's going to last. And people are asking about when the next one is. I can't believe it. I'm thinking, are you not enjoying this one? This one's been amazing. Let's make sure we got a good pick. So we are going to go and gather some clay, which means we need Depth Strider. We need Respiration Aqua Infinity. Some Silk Touch on the spade is brilliant. And I'm not sure that we need anything else. Aha! We need a good supply of food. And we are running low. That's our last bit of ham pie. I can't believe it. Wow. Wow, we have gone through like an entire chest of ham pie. Insane. Insane. Razan Achi says, "X, it's because you mentioned it in the triple stream." Well, no, I've mentioned it in the triple stream. I've mentioned it in just about every single stream because people keep talking about Season 5. It must have been a couple of months ago. I think we're about 3 or 4 months in, and I started seeing comments about Season 5. Wogsy says, "When will Season 6 start?" Amazing. There you go. He's thinking way ahead of everyone else. Geez, Season 6, calm down. It's not 2020 yet. Oh. Anyway, let's hop back up here. Mahasid Play says, "X, start dieting. I've had too many ham pies." Imagine if your Minecraft character got like fat from eating too much. That'd be quite amusing. X Rendog finished his pie a long time ago, says Diabolical Crafter. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if that means he's been putting in more playtime, or if I've been doing something a little bit different. Like, I use the Nether a lot. Like, I don't fly a lot. So maybe I've done less walking overall. But that's fascinating. Bearded Dragness says it's my friend Zoe's 13th birthday today. Well, happy birthday to Zoe. Let's get some happy birthday messages in chat. And there are 900 people watching, which probably means it's someone else's birthday as well. So if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Law of averages. This place looks gorgeous. I haven't seen this before, and I fell down. Oh, and I got no blocks, which means Silky touch that grass. Also, it might be night soon. Cub, you near a bed? He's probably AFK actually. I've got a feeling he's AFK. Right, we need a portable bed. And you know what? False will have both wooden planks and some wall up here, I'm sure of it. False always has... Oh, there you go. No, wait, Cub is here. Excellent. So maybe Cub can help us out with sleeping. Mad Penguin says, what about season 100,000? I've decided I'm not participating in that season. That one's not for me. Okay. Right, we're going to try this. Off we go. Yes. Kick me in the butt. Now we look upwards and then we realign. Then we shoot. Amazing. Amazing. We're actually doing it. Okay, so this swamp right here is the one we're going to hit up. And we've done this before, so you can see some of the clay patches are gone already. Except over here. So we will start, if that, we're going to go, yeah, over this way a bit further. Hello, cows. I thought they were horses. Ooh, I remember losing my items around here. Well, I say losing, I got them back. I had to fly all the way over here to get some items after I died in a cave. Coolio, so we're collecting some clay. That's what we've been doing. Seal says prank Scar. No pranks on the stream, that is a rule. Thanks to all the people that tweeted Mumbo. Like, whenever we do a prank, everyone loves to get on Twitter and spoil it. So we don't do pranks on stream anymore. We got a resubscribe for 5 months in a row from Respawn79 saying, I was glad to see you finally come back to the XUHC. That's an interesting message, buddy, Respawn. Well, come back. We've only ever done one XUHC, and we haven't actually confirmed that we're doing the second one yet. So, I don't know. Like, I would love to, but it's going to put me on a bit of a squeeze, because I'm busy all day today. Then tomorrow I have to start... recording some more Hermitcraft, so I don't know if I have time for the XUHC, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to do it. Depends how today goes, you know. Right, we're kind of in the corner, so we probably want to work our way out of here. William Xbox says, also X, I'm part of Minecraft Studio, Minecraft community, and I'm building a Hermitcraft / My Style Nether Hub. The realm is on PE, Win 10, Gear VR. I play PE. First time a platform I played. Awesome. I didn't know they were cross-compatible. That's really cool. We got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Fulks23 saying, good morning, X. Able to catch your early morning stream for once. Just the thing for a long bus journey to Dunfermline. I've heard of Dunfermline. That sounds like a place that I've heard of on the news. That's all I can tell you. I haven't heard that name of that place in ages. Yeah, why do I know the name Dunfermline? It's a place in Scotland. And now I'm like, is it like a setting on a fictional show? Oh, I haven't heard that place in years. Folks, thank you for the donation. Hope you enjoy your bus ride and the stream. We're going to be collecting resources mainly. And doing a little bit of building later on, which I need help from all of you with. Bacon says, Asuma. Oh, thank you for the lovely message, dude. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoy the stream. And... Cabin Lit says, hey X, it's not my birthday. Cabin, can we get some happy not your birthdays to Cabin Lit in stream, please? It's not his birthday. Happy not your birthday, buddy. We've got a donation here from Alan Animal with no message. So, Alan, thank you so much for your donation. Appreciate the support, as always. And I hope you enjoy the stream. Alright, we'll collect some grass while we do this as well. Cool. I want to talk to you guys about videos on YouTube. I have been... doing a lot of, like playthrough stuff lately is what I call it, like mini games and not so many tutorials. Let me think. We've been playing totally accurate battle simulator again, and I've been playing the Chicken's Courage thing. And yesterday I started planning to get back to the normal videos, you know, because that's just me adjusting while I move out, playing some stuff that's fun, just straightforward recording, you know. And I've got some really cool ideas for videos coming up, so I don't like generating hype on this stuff. I don't know why I started talking about it. I just felt like I wanted to let people know, you know, that the old sort of traditional X stuff is coming back. I've been thinking about the game and writing down some cool ideas and looking over my notes. And yesterday, it was really cool because yesterday I saw something. I won't say what it is. I saw something, I looked at it and I went, hey, if you could do this, that would be really cool for like a so-and-so. I don't want to give anything away. And then I went into a test world, and in about 3 minutes I had a really simple, easy contraption. I was like, people are going to love this. This is like so simple and brilliant. So, yeah, I feel like I'm getting back in the groove of all of that, you know. Been spending time in my test world. Came up with an interesting design for a sugarcane farm the other day. Now, if any of you know the layout where you take like 4 blocks like this, right? And then you put your water in the middle, and then you go for another 4 like this, and then you put water there. You can put pistons facing downwards above it, and then you can use the translocator bug to pull the sugarcane up, and then put water streams over the top of it. It was really quite an odd way to do a farm. It was in no way efficient, but it was just fun to do that. CM Meeks says, long live Buckethead. Long live Buckethead indeed. DJ2000 says, X, how is your door? It's currently backing up everything. I've been feeling really like guilty about reinstalling it, because it's, in a way, like once you like, you know, cut it off and go, right, we're reinstalling, you're sort of saying goodbye to all of the old music, because it's all configured for that system, and it'll probably be very difficult to get it running again. You know, this stuff relies on tons of plugins and presets, and when you reinstall stuff, there's always something you lose or forget. But I think the reality is, I'm probably not going to revisit a lot of it. I'm probably not going to touch it again. I've got, for the most part, all of my projects recorded into MP3 files, so I can always listen back to them. And I think there are other projects of which in fact, I might have a little rummage through and try and record a few more just in case. But I think for the most part, the stuff that I don't have recorded doesn't work anymore. But I'll have a look through and see if I can find some leftovers, some things that I might want to listen to again for inspiration or something. So anyway, yeah, it's backing up all of the data right now. It's been doing it overnight because my external drive isn't USB free, so it's very slow. And it's copying millions of files. Adam Creek says, you're mining clay, Etho would be disappointed. Now, why would he be disappointed? Is it because of that clay patch that he never mined? Or there's no other way to farm clay. And do you know what? I like farming clay. I don't do it enough. What I like about it is just, it's not like any other activity. You've got to come out here into a swamp and sort of roam around in the water, digging up a little bit. Water, mate. Water. So yeah, it's good. Mahasib Plays says, X, what's the clay for? You'll find out later today on today's episode. When you get to the end of that episode, you will go, ah, I know why X was collecting clay. Okay, that's how you'll find out. I won't tell you. I don't want to spoil the episode. It's already been spoiled a little bit by someone, which I'm not too bothered about. I mean, spoilers are going to happen. I've just been focusing on enjoying what we're doing at the moment. Do you know, if I was a little less careful here and just like took up some dirt with me, I'd probably get it done quicker overall. Minnie there with a tea reminder. Thank you so much, Minnie. You know what? Absolutely a good time to drink tea is right now. So let's have a little sip. Shenav says, we saw your new house on Vintage Beef. There you go, yeah. Still tune in and watch, because the episode was really fun to record. It was very organic, will be the word that I used. Just kind of flowed really well. Nexus 4 says, hi X, I'm finally able to catch a stream for the first time in over a month. How are you doing? Doing good, thanks for asking. Hope you're doing good too, and welcome back to a stream. Bacon says, assume if Hermitcraft shut down, would you do a SSP play or join another server? I mean, Hermitcraft shutting down would be a bit of an odd thing, because that doesn't, like, I mean, it wouldn't shut down. Let's say, like, shut down how? I doubt that we would come to a group decision to stop playing. So let's say, you know, someone turned the server off and deleted our world. We got a backup. Let's say the world corrupted and our backup failed. You know, we'd probably start on a, you know, we'd keep going. Like, we wouldn't give up. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question, really. If in some crazy scenario, for some reason, you know, the government came to my house and they said, we're putting you in jail if you play Hermitcraft again, or play with these people again, then I wouldn't do SMP. I would definitely find people to play with again and start a new thing, because I don't like single player because, well, I say I don't like it, you know, I don't hate it or anything, I just don't want to play it because I can do the same thing I do in single player while other people are playing, and to me that is just, you know, 10 times better, isn't it? So for that reason, you know, I'll always do something multiplayer. Adam Creek says, I always get overexcited when X read my messages. Get excited again, buddy. It's happening, it's happening. Efo Void says, hey X, what does it take to get invited to the Hermitcraft server? Aha. I actually tweeted out, if you go check my Twitter feed, I tweeted out a video that someone recorded, and we've talked about this a lot lately because people always ask it, and now I've really sort of formulated an answer that makes sense, I think, because I've answered it many times. It's not about thinking about joining Hermitcraft, it's about thinking how you can be a great YouTuber and, you know, learn the skill, learn the art of YouTubing and make stuff and have fun, you know. If you can do that, that means, you know, finding your own group of people to play with. If you get good at it, it opens doors for you, it opens opportunities. By the time you're good enough, let's say, to play on a server like this, let's say you're like a vintage beef, you know, you've got a reputation, people respect you and like your style, then, you know, people in a community like ours would go, oh, this person's fantastic, you know, we'd love to have them in our group, right? By the time you're good enough to be one of those people, you know, like, we might not even be a thing anymore. You might want to get onto the What's It Madoodit server, you know? It might be something completely different. Or you might be the What's It Madoodle server, you know? I talked about this before as well, that when we started on Hermitcraft, everyone around us was watching Minecraft. It was at the beginning of the Minecraft hype bubble. All of a sudden, like, the doors had opened and people were looking at multiplayer like, this is a really good thing that you can do, play together on a server. Whereas before, people had tried to do it, but everyone, like, the general census for playing together on a server is that it didn't work with videos and YouTube, whereas actually the reality was it could work brilliantly. And they showed that, and I think a lot of people wanted to be a part of Minecraft or a community like it, and I got invited to Hermitcraft, and then, you know, over time we've now become a big community with lots of people watching us. So, like, creating your own is an option. And another thing to mention is that, you know, not everyone's strength is making videos. I would have never have thought that I would be good at this. I mean, am I good at this? Apparently, you guys seem to like me doing this. So, what you got to keep in mind is you might do it and it might not really go anywhere, and that's not a bad thing. Just make sure that your objective when you do videos is to have fun, because if you're having fun, you can't lose, you can't go wrong. If you never get anywhere, if no one ever subscribes, you know, but you had fun doing it, it doesn't matter, right? So don't hold this dream in your head of, like, I want to join something else. And this is like so true for much more than, you know, just Hermitcraft. Like, imagine you really love, like, some band and you really want to be in that band, right? But they're a big band on tour. It's like a dream. You think you'll never be part of that band. It ain't about trying to get in that band. It's about trying to do your own thing, right? Like, you should always be thinking about, what can I do? What can I create and make? And there'll be other people that you can find that have the same ambitions as you. You know, that's how you want to think about it. H4N5 says, X, which is better, Minecraft PE or PC? Well, you can bring PE anywhere because it's on your phone, but PC you can't. Speaking of features, PC has more awesome stuff. PC wins hands down for me. I'm obviously biased, but PC extends beyond the limitations of a phone. You can do modding, you can... Although PE has a modding API, which is something I didn't realise. Actually, not PE, sorry. Raspberry Pi Edition has a modding API, which was... I was like, oh wow, that's fascinating. Yeah, PC wins hands down for me. Like, the controls of playing on Pocket Edition I don't like. I feel like playing in front of a big screen while you've got, you know, Skype open so you can talk to friends, or Discord, or, you know, you can watch YouTube videos on your other screen, you can play your music while you're playing, you can record. Like, the options are just endless because it's on the PC. Oyster Snag says, X, you're not only great at making videos, you're also probably the best streamer I've ever watched. Thank you very much. Very interactive and in touch with your chat. I mean, that's what streaming's about, right? It's about chat. Right, I do run my gob a little bit, I'll give you that, but it's about chat. That was clay underneath. Oh, is our... No, it's not full. What our inventory is. Hey, little guy! Hello! Hello, little guy. Oh no, Cubvan has left. We need Cubvan to sleep. I think I might just hang out in the water where we're safe for a moment here. Let's have some more tea. Apparently, Zanio says that MCPE does have modding. Okay, I didn't know that. Derpy Cyber Dragon saying, what server is X playing on? Hermitcraft, of course, man. Destinful says, who are the original hermits? I need to start looking that stuff up. I wanted to make Do You Know Hermitcraft for ages, and every time I think about what to say and like what to report on, I get like overwhelmed quite quickly. Mr. Kabood says, X, fill your inventory with clay so you don't pick up dirt. Fantastic advice, fantastic advice. Yeah, are we going to fill up our entire inventory here? I'd be up for doing that. I mean, we've been streaming for half an hour. We did some other stuff, so we've probably been here for 20 minutes. We're probably going to be here for another 25, and that gives us plenty of time to work on the other things. So yeah, I think we should aim for that. Now that Skelly Bob up there is trying to make it a bad time, I know. We'll ignore him for now. Look at that, he's shooting at me. Little skeletal butt. Oi! No! No! Naughty! See you later. Dr. TARDIS says, one thing I really like about PE is light levels. Go through slabs and stairs. Do they really? Oh man, that's... Oh, I wish we had that on PC. Actually, I really wish. I've been thinking a lot about things that can make the game smarter. I think more blocks having GUIs would really help. Like note blocks having a GUI. I mean, that would just expand all the things that you could do with it. And then other blocks like that, like blocks could have lighting options, like let light through. I mean, that would be really handy, wouldn't it? Antonius says, assume somewhere in the plot fella's garden you should make a way down under the platform and make more plots for people there to make more shops. Also make a platform a bit more natural looking from underneath by making fewer blocks and an even thickness in some points. Good ideas, however, I think it's sort of already taken another direction. That area underground, though, I imagine will get utilised at some point as we are running out of space. But it definitely looks cool. I kind of want to finish off the terraforming, which is something we might work on a little bit this episode. Alan Animals put a banana in chat. Alan, you've been here for a while, mate. I guess it's still true. I guess the banana does mean that we're live. So yeah, I'll give you that one. You can have that. Also, I think I missed something. I missed a couple of things. Oh my goodness me, I've been so bad. I've been nattering away about Hermitcraft. I hope you all enjoyed that little bit of advice, man. I can't tell you more than how true that is, that you should focus on like making your own things happen rather than wishing to be a part of something else. And you'll probably find that when you make something yourself, that's a better experience anyway. So we got a resubscribe. No, sorry, a subscribe. Alan Animal has joined the has joined the army. I don't know what I call you guys. Join the subscribers. And that's probably why Alan was testing out the banana remote. And Migator MC and Sephirama and ACG are all putting bananas in chat. What's going on? We're in the middle of the stream. What's with all these bananas? And also Monkey Mode has donated here saying 5 more buckets of tea for Lil X. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much for the donation as always. I'm enjoying this new tea that I've got. Do you know what? Since I've moved out, I've consumed so much more tea. I think I have about 5 or 6 teas a day now. It used to be like 3 or 4. Probably more than that, actually. Some days, though, I don't. Like, when it's really hot, it's been hot recently. And there's something to talk about. Yeah, I didn't have any tea at all, actually. So, like, the day before yesterday, we had 2 very hot days in a row. And now, the weather's really cold and rainy. It's like, what is with this UK weather? We have the hottest day of the year in September. And then a few days later, it's miserable and cold again. I mean, I like miserable and cold and British, but why is it going back and forth so much? Diabolical Crafter says, X the Philosopher. $20 per session. Isn't that a therapist you would pay for a session? I think a philosopher writes books, except I don't write books. I am a stream philosopher. I explore the stream of consciousness. There you go. What does hot mean, says Mr. Juns. If you're actually not sure, because it's not your native English, it means warm. You know, like heat. Heat, fire, be hot. Fire, burn. Oh, JG says the weather went cold and rainy in Europe as well. Well, there you go. The weather trend is all across Europe by the sounds of it. I really didn't like how hot it was though. I was sweating profusely because I had to do some work outside in the heat, and it was disgusting. The Iron Wolf says quack 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 quack. Iron Wolf, are you a duck? I think you're having an identity crisis. Streamlosifer, says Adam Creek. Yep, you could say that, a streamlosifer. It's gone from philosophy to streamlosifer. Sounds like some weird creature. Oh. Mahas Place says hottest day in the UK is like every normal day here. I tell you what, I could never live in a hot country, especially when it's humid. Like, I love the lack of humidity here in the UK. It is always just cool and pleasant, even when it's hot. You know, apart from the occasional day, it's generally just warm without being humid. And I've been abroad to humid places, and I hate it. I can't sleep when it's humid. I can't do anything. It feels horrible. We got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Nolav Akor saying, if you were to do a Do You Know Hermitcraft series, would you do it in a quick Do You Know Minecraft style, or would it be an in-depth-ish documentary in chronological order? I would personally prefer the latter, but both would be amazing. I didn't think of doing Did You Know Hermitcraft. It would be like a one-off, or maybe like a couple of episodes. I think I'd rather do a bit of a documentary. However, there's a couple of things that I'm not too keen on, which is, one, speculation, and two, missing details. So, let's eat. We need to eat, clearly. Thank you for the donation, though. Appreciate it, buddy. So, the reason I think I'd probably aim to actually... I don't know. I'm sort of umming and ahhing between the two. A lot of people have left Hermitcraft. There have been a lot of members compared to, you know, the other group you can compare it to. I don't know anything about the Cube, by the way. Like, I know very little about what they do, so I don't know their history. But compared to Minecraft, you know, Minecraft has only had a handful of people leave, I believe, and it's generally the same group it's always been. Hermitcraft has evolved. You know, some people have been involved who have lost interest in the game and left for various reasons, and we've actually had a lot of members over time. And I've noticed that people love to speculate and extrapolate stories from that. Like, I read comments where it's like, no, you know, about a certain hermit who left, and it's like, yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. You've speculated a lot. So, like, going through all the people that have left for various reasons, I just feel like it would cause a lot of speculation. So that's one of the reasons that I'm a bit like and ahhing about doing like a full comprehensive background. Phil says we have such a humidity here usually. I hate it too. When it's warm and humid, I just have to move a finger and start sweating like a river. Yeah. The humidity makes you sweat. It also just makes you feel uncomfortable, I find. But then I'm used to this climate, right? I think if you grow up in hot humidity, it just sort of becomes the norm. Diabolical Crafter says, like Slipgate. Slipgate is still a member of Hermitcraft. He hasn't left. Nothing's changed other than, you know, he's not playing Minecraft at the moment, which is fine. That happens. You know, Hermitcraft is a Minecraft server, but if people lose interest, that's fine. You can't expect people to play the same game forever. You might expect me to, and you might be right. I do very much love this game, and every now and then I get a little bit curious and I go looking up other games, and I just don't feel interested in anything else. It's just like, yeah, I'm sort of waiting for another Minecraft, if anything. Another game that allows you to just build so easily in a blocky environment. Right, are we full? No, we just didn't pick that bit up. X, what's your favourite spice? Also, when you add some cardamom, cinnamon and ginger sips into your tea while it's boring when strain it. The flavour is mouth-watering. That sounds interesting, putting spice in a tea. That's not something I've done. I don't cook with spices. When I cook, my cooking is really quite standard or not extravagant. Like, I don't put any salt or pepper. I don't like put any sort of flavourings or spices in my food. The reason why is because I just like to cook things plain. I feel like your taste buds adapt. Like, I'll have some... Like, I had an omelette yesterday, right? Didn't throw in any salt and pepper or any fancy other stuff. Tiny bit of cheese in there for some more flavour. And, you know, that was fine to me. But I imagine just someone who eats a lot of seasoned food, it probably wouldn't have tasted that great. It's what your taste buds are used to. So my food is quite plain, I think, is what I'm saying. I don't spice it up with a lot of stuff. And I like it that way, because it feels like once you start chucking in spices and stuff, like, you'll want more and more. You'll keep wanting to make it stronger. Tea reminders in chat from Grand Champ and William Xbox. Appreciate it. Let's have some more tea then. Why not? 88 user says, why do you need clay right now? If you watch my next episode, which will come out today, at the end of that you'll understand why we are getting clay. Also, I don't need it right now, and you know what I do on a stream is I pick out things that need doing that will help the videos, you know, like this takes a job away from having to do this in the middle of recording. Like, we can hang out, we can stream, have a good time together, and I'll get something done which benefits the videos. You get to see, like, this would be the same, except I wouldn't be talking, I'd be listening to music or watching a movie while doing this stuff, which is what I used to do. Like, back in Season 2, there was loads of this going on that you'd never see in a video, and now you guys get to see that when I stream, which I think is really cool. Maybe some of you are thinking, not your cup of tea, but it really does help to do this when you guys are watching. It makes it fun for me, gives you something extra. Okay, let's continue nabbing all of this clay. There is loads of it. I keep wondering, are we going to see an area like a dead ends? But no, we keep finding more. ZloyXP is in chat. Hey buddy, says heyo pretty peoples. Zloy, our good friend who does the recap and amazing artwork. I love the Doom poster, by the way. It was actually quite a while ago. You sent me that. I still love that Doom, the Doom one that you did, the new style Doom. Man, I was gonna play Doom, but I felt like it just wasn't the time to play it on my channel. We'll have to see. Oh man, I feel like I just want to be settled now more than ever. Like, I'm really ready to start, like, turning the gears and getting back to my old ways of videos. But I've still got tons of stuff to do around the house. You don't want to hear me moan about this again. Zloy says, Senpai, notice me. Oh, that reminds me of Sifayu now, because the Senpai is an anime thing. And I don't really watch anime, but Sifayu did this record with a song called Senpai Notice Me, and it's great. That record is genius. It's only 3 tracks long. I kind of feel like you listen to a record sometimes and you're thinking, Matt, they don't know how good this is. I read up the notes, and basically it was a bit of a experiment by the artist. It was just like him messing around. He was going to make some songs that were inspired very directly by anime. You know, they sound like they fit into that style of show or movie or whatever. And it's absolutely brilliant. And he only did 3 tracks of it, and his friends had to convince him to release it. And it's a really good record. We used to play a lot of that on the pre-stream music as well. Really good songs. X, did you watch Top Gear? Says Cheese Lord. No, never been into Top Gear, or I don't really like car culture, to be fair. Oh, that could easily set me off on some deep topics, which then will get half the chat enraged. Let's not go there today. We'll do that another time. The new Doom is a fantastic gory mess, says Kanto. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. I feel like the gameplay is going to win me over more than the visuals. I love Doom because it's pixely and it's like really odd looking. I feel like pixels let you fill in the gaps a little bit more. Like, that low fidelity allows you to like feel a bit more of the game yourself. And that's the same with music, actually. I listen to a lot of low fidelity music, and I find there's something really great about like noisy recordings or stuff where not every instrument is crisp clear. It feels like you can hear what's going on, but it allows you to like fill in the blanks a little bit, and you kind of picture something a bit more. So when I play Doom, look, I think we've come to an area we've been to before, so we're gonna have to go that direction now. When I play Doom, it's like, yes, you can see the pixely monsters, but in your mind they're not the same pixel creatures. They're like a vision of what those pixels represent, and I really like that. When I play you know, let's say like high fidelity graphics, you know, 3D models and 1080p resolutions, fancy lighting effects and all of that. I feel like all of that room for imagination is sort of stripped back. In what you see is what you get, and so those games never really appealed to me as much. I've never been big into modern graphics, which is, it's kind of a shame in a way, because you know, they're modern, they're good. But it's just what I like, isn't it? That's why I like Minecraft. It's all wonderful and pixely. Johnny Gobby says, X, what's your opinion on the new Doom versus the old ones? Well, I haven't played the new Doom, so my opinion will probably be to treat them as separate games. I feel like, you know, it's not like it's Doom 3 that came out a couple of years after Doom 2. We're talking about generations of different, you know, development ideas for computer games and different technology. They're not really going to be that comparable. But maybe I'll play it and it will hold over the whole Doom feel really well, and I'll be like, well, actually, this is kind of feels like the same game, but that's not what I'm expecting, really. Right, there are some big patches of clay under here. It's probably hard for all of you to see. I apologise about that. X, why don't you go to Minecon, says H4N5. It's not really, conventions aren't really my thing. I don't mind going if I'm interested in what the convention is about, and to be fair, I don't think there's a lot about Minecon that particularly interests me. You know, obviously it's Minecraft, but it doesn't feel like there's a lot of stuff at the con that's particularly appealing. Yeah, I don't mind going to them, but I wouldn't want to go as a person of interest. That just doesn't appeal to me. Crown Bits Streaming says, hey X, love the Hermitcraft videos you and Mumbo make. I'm a Birch fella. What? What is your favourite football soccer team? Hey, I'm a neutral. I just like to watch football. And this season, like, haven't watched a lot at all. It's just not interesting for me anymore, really. Because I watched football when I was a kid and I loved it, and then I sort of grew out of it, and then I came back to it again. And then, like, the first year I came back to it, I was like watching every game on telly and like really into it, following, you know, all that was going on week from week, reading about all the transfers and like air quotes gossip. And then like second season it's the same thing again, and then by the third season I'm starting to lose interest, and now it's just been like, I don't know, like 6 seasons that I've been back into it, and I'm just feeling like, man, it just feels like the same old thing over and over. Ralphie says, hi X, have you seen the game Eco? It's like Minecraft with a living environment. Eco? Sounds very familiar to me. You'll have to tweet me it. If ever you see a game you think I might be interested in, feel free to tweet it at me. Really what I want to see from a game is something similar to Minecraft, like a fun build and play environment, and I don't think there really is anything to rival this game. When it comes to, you know, other games though, there's not a lot that interests me, as I've said many times. Rightio, I think we might try and stick to the edges so you guys can see a little bit. I know this isn't a particularly, oh look at what he's doing kind of stream, like it's more of a listen one I'd imagine, but it's got to be better than this dark screen, right? Also, I think we've got a visitor. Hey! Oh, look at that! No, we're almost done. Well, let's find one more patch, that one there, and we're done. We're out of here. User says, eat more pie in-game. What about outside of game? Should I eat more pie? Oh, I tell you what, the other day I went to IKEA. I didn't really talk about this too much because I was streaming with Iskal and Ren when I did. I got me some Swedish apple pie. Man, that stuff's nice. Right, that'll do just fine for me. I know there's some on the ground. It's going to stay there. I believe the way back will be... I think it's 1k, minus 1k, positive 1k. Oh, and look at that. That thing is... Well, that's how we get back, because we can see that. Will you revisit Terratech, says Get You Good. Yeah, I need to look at that game again. It needs to hit some requirements for me. One of them is like better block management and make it easier to build, and then I'd be very interested. William Xbox says, don't worry X, personally I like everything Minecraft, this is fine. I like gathering resources. Well, that's good. Delicious. Yeah, I like gathering resources too, it's fun. Apparently something is broken over here. I think I can see now. The bottom floor is broken. I've got a feeling Mumbo might be standing up there. No, he's not up there. Because he's been AFK for a long time. We're going to walk through Mumbo's base and see if we can see anything. So the iron golems have gone. Oh, are they gone on 2 floors, not just 1? Yeah, they've gone on 2 floors. So 2 of them are gone. That's why there's a witch there. That means the efficiency is severely reduced. Joker says, when will the UK practice wintertime? I don't think we have wintertime. We just have summertime. We don't really need wintertime. That's... Oh, this looks like something. That looks like something as well. Ooh. That is a lot of redstone. I'm going to tell you now, that floor needs lighting up. Otherwise, there's going to be some trouble. There'll be mobs spawning down here. Mumbo is not very good at lighting anything up. Cooked Chicken says X, the minimum donation is 5 and the minimum bits donation is 500 bits. That costs 7. Logic. Actually, that's not quite right. First of all, bits, $2 of those bits go to Twitch, so it's the same. But it's £5, not $5. So basically, if I were to get it right, you'd be donating something like, you know, 752 bits for them to be identical. So I just, you know, whatever. Oh, jeez, I don't have no ender pearls. How on earth will we get out of here? How on earth? We'll go this way. I can't place blocks because I'm full of clay. Right, look, there's no torches here as well, man. Mumbo needs to light things up. This is why mobs spawn and destroy his redstone all the time. I need an ender pearl, don't I, to get out of here, really. Got to be careful not to... Oh, my goodness me. There's some clay right there. Oh. Let's go up this way. I really don't... I don't want to drop any of this clay. Hi, can I jump up that? No, apparently. I don't want to drop this clay. Oh. Oh, hey, no, I'll go... Oh. I'll go on top of that, I was saying. Well, we'll get out of here slowly. Crownbits streaming says, yes, Mumbo's recording his next video. That is his block-powered happy or dead face. Mumbo will always be recording his next video. He's AFK at the moment, though, by the way. Hi. There we go, we've made a little way out. Oh, jeez, that's going to get rid of all the... Never mind. Now, what can you do? What can you do? I'm going to leave it like that and put a torch. There, right. That was ridiculous, wasn't it? Over we go. Over we go. Do you play Scrap Mechanics, says Bora? I did, and then I kind of lost interest in it. It's a bit of a shame, really. Cool game, but like it released with not enough stuff. Is how I feel. Like it released very unfinished. Oh, I think I see Mumbo. Man, what is with the noise in this place? There he is. What's the mandatory thing to do? Are there blocks around here? There's glass. Let's engage him with glass. It's what you got to do, man. Look, I'm taking care of our fellow Mumbo. He might get attacked by a zombie. All right, before you say, "Oh, you're pranking him," he might get attacked by a zombie. We're doing him a service, all right? You can tell him to pay me later. Right, let's get out of here. Got Nate says, "Assume you spoon." Hey, I'm not a spoon. I'm a derp. All right. Hey, I haven't derped today yet. Oh, that's jinxed it. What am I going to do now, eh? I've already jinxed it. Nah, we're good. Today won't be a derp day. Michael Stickles says, pick up a block of clay, 63. Yeah. I lost one somewhere. Jeez. Hey? All but one. Mumbo need redstone, but he can't AFK at the witch farm. Doesn't work, says Shrekner. Yeah, it's broken at the moment. I've got to fix it. Bolomonis says, prank yourself on stream, Asuma, then we can't spoil it for you because you already know. It's very true. Wouldn't be a prank if I knew though, right? This is our clay chest, by the way. Look at that. Solid. Loads of clay. Amazing. I'll tell you what else I need to do. I need to AFK at the Blaze Farm. Man, I am putting that on my list. Because I keep... Like, when I'm playing... I think, oh man, I really need to do this and that, like in between, and I keep forgetting to do stuff. So I AFK'd for a lot of bones and string. I need to AFK for blaze rods, yeah. But here's something that we can do. Since I'm going to do that later, and I know I will because I've written it on my list. We're gonna fill up this thing, and we're gonna get some smelting going on. So after all of that silk touching, What I now need is a regular shovel. I'm not sure. No, I do have one because I was using it. I had it in here the other day. I was using it for exactly what we're going to use it for right now, which is to take some of that clay. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to now break this all down after all of that. Dragon of Frost says, I think Mumbo has stopped keeping his pick on him. He's going to have to break all of that glass. Why would you not keep your pick on you? That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right to me. It's like a Minecraft essential, right? Keep pick on you. Brantforce says, X, will you be doing a video with Beef anytime soon? I have no idea. If we cross paths, then sure enough. I'm not one to like hit up someone for a collab. Like I have to have like an idea in mind, you know. So we'll see what happens. If I have an idea, who knows? We'll do a collab with Beef for sure. Right. We're going to make 2 equal squares just because... Oh no, it's not equal! Oh no! What have we done? I'm such a derp. I put 1 over there. It's the worst thing ever. Oh, OCD fail. Dicky Joe says, Hi X, greetings from Germany. Hello from the U of K, England. Hope you're doing good over there. In Deutschland. Sephorama says, Mumbo puts all of his stuff in a chest before AFK. Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant in general, just forgetting to bring your pick with you. Like, the pick never leaves my inventory is generally the rule. Hello. Oh, look at that, so easy. Oh my goodness me. For some reason I thought this would take us a while. Do you know why? Because last time I did this, I wasn't using instant mine. I had to break it by hand. Can you believe that? Oh, look at all that delicious clay. For those of you, I know someone's going to say it, fortune doesn't make a difference. Don't worry about it. Hi. Clay delivery. Let's keep doing this, man. Let's keep it going. There's other stuff I need to smelt as well. Brantforce says, I mostly meant to welcome Beef to the server. I haven't left him a gift yet. People keep telling me to leave him a gift. I feel bad that I haven't done that. Also, my phone went off. I just need to check this message. Boopity boop. Ah, excellent. Okay. Adam Creek says, I hate it so much when people call OCPD OCD. It makes me so mad. Yeah, I've discussed it before. We shouldn't really call it stuff like that. Neatness disorder. What if neatness disorder is a real thing and we've got it completely wrong? It's madness. You left him some diorite, says Mugator MC. That's very true, actually. And it made him a lot of IOUs, which is probably not what he wanted. He probably wanted the diamonds. Joseph says, favourite IKEA product, X. I wouldn't have a favourite, but I've just bought some furniture and I've enjoyed assembling it. One of the bits, though, you had to nail something in. I spent a lot of time making sure I nailed it in the correct place, and then the wood gave way, and it's because the wood is kind of cheap. The wood looks like it's chipboard or something similar. Chipboard, if I remember correctly. Wow, this is going back to school. I'm actually remembering something I learned in school that I don't think I've properly accessed since I learned it. They taught you about different grades of wood, and one of them is where they take scraps of all other types of wood and just sort of mash it together and turn it into this cheap wood. And I think that's what the stuff's made out of, because either side of the paint, it all looks very like clusters of all sorts of different bit of wood. Anyway, it gave way, which I wasn't very happy with. Mr. Brick says, Hi X, how you doing? Greetings from the Netherlands. Again, hello from the UK. And I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Let's chuck some more clay in here. And we've only got a couple more bits here to do now, which is good. Assuming you actually gave him a gift, you anviled yourself for him. Yeah, Sammy, that was hilarious. That was definitely a failed prank. However, it's just one of those things. I think because we rushed into it, you know, we got it completely wrong. Looking back at it, we really did do all the right stuff, but we didn't have enough. We didn't have enough leaves, and we didn't have enough anvils or coordination. Like the platform at the top, where Ren and Iskall were. I mean, I would have made that as big as I could, but I don't know how big they made it. If it were bigger, though, man, like we almost got him. We almost got him. He took a step back, though. He took a step back. X, it's called a press board, says Hero killing. Ah, that's the name of it. Oh, I don't remember pressboard from school. Maybe names change or there's multiple names for it. Okay, that'll do. That's all we're doing for this bit. This is actually a very large amount of clay, I'm just going to say. Very large amount. Hopefully we have the fuel for it. Jason Grace says, IKEA, nostalgia, I miss Zul'jin. Zul'jin came back on the server for a while this season, but I think he lost interest again. You know, for some people, you can't play this game forever. Beef's actually one of those people who's been playing for a long, long time, now that I think about it. Yeah, that guy loves his Minecraft. Iscal's been playing, and Ren, they're people who've been playing for years and years and years, you know. There's not many of us, but a lot of us are now on the server together, which kind of makes sense, you know. What are you talking about, X? The anvils and stuff, says Sky My Night. We did a prank on the live stream. We tried to anvil beef, and they killed me instead. I got anviled, which was hilarious. I was the victim of it. I mean, it was pretty obvious it was going to happen, but what can you do? We tried our best. We got a resubscribe for 6 months in a row from Sir Loafington, half a year, saying, speaking of IKEA, would you ever consider playing the game Home Improvisation? It's great fun. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Tweet it at me. When I check my Twitter feed, I can see the game. I can go, do I have time to play that? And check it out. Home Improvisation. That sounds interesting. Yeah, just tweet that at me, man, and I'll check it out. Always looking for another game. Usually not finding something I like, but it's worth the time to take a look, is it not? Bam, there we go. Right, last bit of clay now. This is all of it. Mark says, X, will you one day live stream on the Plot World server visiting plots? I think that would be really cool. It doesn't sound like something that I could live stream for hours. I mean, a lot of people want me to go, and I'll do a plug, play.asumaboy.com, free Plot World server, lovely community on there. I go on there from time to time. Sometimes I do that in my live streams, but I don't feel like a plot tour is really something I'm going to do on a live stream. If ever it like makes sense in my head, I'd do it, but until something like makes sense in my head, I don't like to commit to doing things, you know. Obviously I'd love to do some stuff to promote the server, but I don't want to do it unless it feels right, is the problem. Okay, so that was another job well done. Another job well done. And Jason Grace says, I played Minecraft since 2012. For me it's 2011. Crazy, isn't it? And Blackthorn says, I played Counter-Strike since like 2004. Wow. I played a bit of Counter-Strike. Whenever I like think of that game, all I can hear is Master of Puppets, because that's what I used to play when I played the game. I had the CD in the computer, and it just played that all the time. Hey X, have you ever looked at Ark Survival yet, says Etho Void? Yeah, I have. I've played that on my channel even. A lot of people ask, have you played this game, have you played that game? You can always search on the channel first and get your answer. X, did you try out Prison Architect? It's good fun, says Clap. I have. I didn't really like that game. It wasn't for me. Right, what's going on? What's next on the list? Yeah, we've kind of done all of that. Okay, so I know where we're going next. How are we going to get there? Do I need to bring anything with me? Probably. Let's have a look through my chests, the things that might help. Strike Shadow says, what time do your Hermitcraft videos go up in the UK? I live in Australia, so I don't know. They would go up 7.5 hours from now. That is my general publishing time. So take note, 7.5 hours from this moment is generally my publishing time. It kind of looks like all the things that I might use have been raided here. Oak leaves are kind of yucky. Spruce, don't think we actually need those. There's bones in here. We need that for the war machine. I mean the peace machine. Yeah, actually there really isn't anything at all of use in there. Let's go back this way. And put them in. Oh, wrong one. This one here. Excellent. Okay. This chest might have some things that we want to take with us. Ooh. Do you know what? I never thought of doing this, but a few bits of wheat, potatoes, beetroots, and carrots might look good over there. So we need a hoe. Also, a grown pumpkin, a couple of those lying around. I don't know how this is all going to work, but we'll take those with us. Maybe some flowers? We'll leave it how it is. Yep, I want some of them ender pearls. And oh my goodness me, I needed one more thing here. What else did I need? I'll need some shears, but we'll probably make them when we're over there. Let's get rid of those. Hoe! It was a hoe! Ho ho ho! There you go. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Right. We're good, we're good. Etho says peace or war? Life's big questions. I think I know what I'd choose. There's chat catching up. Ho ho ho. 3 in a row. Ho ho ho. 3 in a row. Amazing. And a tea reminder from Swiss Piplux. Ooh. Tea reminder indeed. Hello, we're going over here, peeps. Can you guess why we need to work on this garden? Sand, red sand, gravel. Is there any more cubic blocks in Minecraft? Says Joker. Joker's making a joke. There's so many cubic blocks. Right. We need some birch leaves. And there are loads of them over here, which is amazing. And we're also going to combine our shears so that we get cheaty extra uses out of it. Right, so here is the suggestion that I got when working on the plot welders, playing on the plot welders, asking the peeps for a little bit of advice on what we were doing, experimenting with the garden. Oops, we're going to chuck in birch leaves into this. And the question is, will it look nicer? I think the answer is yeah. Very much so, yes. Just breaks it up a little bit. It's amazing how much of a difference that does. Let's do this just one patch at a time until like it becomes obvious that it's doing good, because with a couple of patches maybe it doesn't look so great. And I want to do it in a way where it's spaced out. Let's put 2 together there. Spaced out a little bit, but I don't want it to be even, I guess is the way to put it. I want it to be majority spruce, so it keeps that dark feel. Okay, and again, I think that looks good. Do you think that improves it? I Love Cats says, yeah, looks much better. Update says, don't use spruce leaves. Iskal hates them. I'm going to use them because I think they look great. To be honest, the kind of person I am, I like them like this. I like it neat and rigid. It looks artificial, but that's sort of half what I was going for. But I do feel that this makes it look prettier. And, you know, we're playing on a server with other people. We want our builds to look nice and interesting. Not just the way we want them to be, I guess. Whiffy King says, what have I missed so far? You missed the clay gathering. We've done a lot of that. And now we are birchifying these leaves. Keeping it nice and variety around here, I guess would be the word to use. Lots of variety. It looks a ton better, says T-Burger. It looks so ugly, says Sammy. Well, who do I listen to? Who do I listen to? Just scanning my eyes over chat here, it looks like a lot of people are saying it's generally better. Quite enthusiastically as well. So like, it's better. It's more like, yeah, it looks great. We got a donation here, noise in the ear, from Captain Ark saying, good morning, X. It's nice to catch a live stream before I go off to work. Cheers for all the excellent content. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for the donation, buddy. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the stream before you go to work, buddy. Work on a Saturday. I used to work on the weekends all the time at a previous job. I've never been bothered by that, though, actually. Every day is just a day to me. That's kind of how I roll. That's looking good, so I like it. How about some sculpted bushes, like Taperis, says Joy Mama. There's a place we could put that, yeah. I think I know what you mean. I've got a feeling, though, me doing that might not look so great, but we'll try something. So I feel like that has really helped, really helped this area and that area. But I feel like maybe this isn't the most interesting thing as of... Oh, missed one. As of these here as well. Also, I think this is pretty garbage. So this one's going to get a big overhaul. Yeah, maybe we'll do something like focusing on a whole bunch of leaf blocks somewhere. And like, what would it be like if we piled them up at the corners? I feel like immediately that's messy. Right. Yeah, no, I don't think that's what we're after. We're after a flatbed here. Pony Butts is here saying good morning, everyone. Everyone's now saying morning, Pony. Welcome to the stream, Pony. Autumn's here. Autumn, I'm using the chat again. It is amazing. It is so much easier to read. I love it. Thank you. The chat is great. Corrales bushes, says Raffi. Yeah. Property of Corrales. Who is a hermit, don't you forget. Look at that. That's going to be some nice distribution right there. There's no real pattern, but I feel like that is just about right. Amazing. Okay. Basketball launcher, you need to complete it, says Ashlock. Yeah, we could do that as well this stream, couldn't we? We could make it into a proper basketball launcher. I like that you called it a basketball launcher. I didn't actually have a name for that thing before, but I feel like that's appropriate. I like them when they go diagonal like that. It feels quite suited for the distribution in here. Very good, very good. Bye X, I'm going to play my soccer match, says Jur. Good luck with your soccer match, buddy. I hope you score all of the goals and save all of the penalties. That'd be one amazing goalkeeper. Oh. Oh. That sounded pretty amazing, but if you think about it, if you accidentally scored a goal as a goalkeeper and then later on in the game there was a penalty and you saved it, I mean that would be not the most spectacular thing ever, but I mean saving a penalty is good though. Ender Cookie says, hey X, maybe you can make some artificial fountain to go with the theme of your park. Maybe use blue cyan and blue stained glass. Oh, artificial, I see what you mean. That's flowing water. I feel like I don't really know how to do that kind of build, you know, so I don't want to shy away from it as such, but I feel like probably not for me. That's probably something false or someone else on the server could do really well. Okay. Let's fill it all in. Yeah, this is weird. Look, the blocks don't come back. Like you step down, you pick up the block. Otherwise, oh, okay, that time it came up. Sometimes it looks like it doesn't even come up. If you're not looking at the screen, that probably didn't make any sense at all, did it? Right, I think we're getting all of these. Excellent. Sweet, so that's another little section done, and it looks pretty cool. Pretty rad. Kanzo says you need a modern art statue. I think you're right, Kanzo. I think a statue in here would look great. And I know what we can build, actually. I know exactly what we can build. Let's get this little patch over here. That is going to look just fine. That looks good to me. Excellent. Right, so we've got 2 patches that we haven't done. We're going to take a break from Hermitcraft, but we'll still be doing Hermitcraft stuff. Also, Simon Tilly has resubscribed for 4 months in a row saying, hey, X-Garden looks good. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the resubscribe. Also, 1,300 people watching. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, if you're new here, hit the follow button. I stream every other day, and if you don't know what Hermitcraft is, go to hermitcraft.com, a server full of streamers and video makers. So we're going to go on to my server now, play.assumavoid.com. Oh my goodness me, I've got to restart my session, I think. Yeah, this will be fixed in a moment, peeps. Stay with me here. What we're going to do is pop on the server and pick out a statue. Actually, it would probably be good. What I'll do is I'll take a screenshot. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of a statue, and then we can go build it on Hermitcraft. But yeah, there's a statue somewhere, and I think I know what I want to build. They know I'm coming. Okay, let's have a look. So the place I want to go to, I believe, is... Yep. Oh, look at that! It's right here! This is what we could build, potentially. So someone built loads... Oh. Oh, this is annoying. Someone built loads of them over here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Maybe we build a mini one? There's a giant one back there. It's a mini-me! Right, somewhere over here, this one, yeah, we'll just build this, right? Because I think someone picked out the best. Oh my goodness me, get out of my way! Someone picked the best and put it over here. Would that be too big? Would that work? I also feel like we should build it all out of cobble. There's also a shield on the back, which I feel like isn't necessary. What if we modified it a little bit? Maybe one kneeling. I think there's a few others around here as well. Let's fly about a bit. Oh, everyone's... Right, chat's going ham. Jeez! A derp's there. Okay, a derp this stream. Hi. Here's the one on my plot. Right, let's go through this wall of annoyingness. Oh, it doesn't let me through. Oh, that is so irritating. Okay, there's this, right? And there's a whole bunch of miniature ones as well. And they're alright, they're good, they're really good actually, but they're not quite what I was envisioning. Swiss Piplup says, if y'all had listened, you'd know that X want to show his screen. Yeah, I just forgot to swap it over. I feel like the quartz here isn't the right material to use. Let's see what it looks like with something else. From Timey Master. Timey Master, thank you so much. Let's use the yellow blocks. And then just be like / copy / paste. There's a chicken over there. Just being a chicken, just hanging out. Right, so I feel like cobble would be the way to go. Hi, what happened? What happened there? Oh. Air, that's the best way to type to get stairs quickly. Toasty Pop says, hey X, you just derped. I know. I didn't think I'd derp. I didn't derp in game, I derped out game. I stream derped, it's a different type of derp, y'all. I think this will look better, I really do. I feel like the white is so overpowering that it sort of shows too much of the shape, if that makes sense. I feel like the grey will be much better for a statue. Okay. This is quite easy to build, actually. Well, it will be easy to rebuild on Hermitcraft, is what I'm saying. Okay, looks like we're going to need some actual cobble as well. Or maybe we could chuck in some andesite, that would be cool. Can you use Faithful texture packs, says Dran? No, I will not use Faithful. I don't like texture packs, especially... Well, not especially Faithful. Faithful's one of the ones I can tolerate watching, but it still doesn't look that great. Oh, this is actually part that I think I want to remove. Like, the shield at the back doesn't make too much sense to me. For what we want, anyway. I still feel like it's not the best statue I've seen. I've seen better ones than this. Whenever I fly around, I see a random one. I wonder if there's any. I wonder if Grace can take us to a cool statue, because I've definitely seen better ones than this, and that doesn't actually look so great once you turn it into cobble. Everyone's like, Monster Egg, Monster Egg. Don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's just a building on a server, right? The Monster Egg doesn't matter. Yeah, anyway, I don't know if Grace is watching. I'm gonna teleport to Grace and see what's going on. I doubt we'd get lucky and teleport. Oh, she's over here. Maybe we'll pass on that for now, because I don't know where other statues are, and I don't feel like that is actually gonna work. I think it needs to be kneeling. What if we can make this guy kneel? We've got a donation here, Noise in the Ear from Migrator MC saying, hey X, just a donation from me because the music in the stream is / has been so epic. Awesome, I'm glad you liked it. It's the new Crinkles record. I haven't even listened to it myself yet. Usually I wouldn't do that, but it's Crinkles. We kind of know what we're expecting. So thank you for the donation, buddy. Glad you liked the music. Be sure to check it out, Crinkles Bandcamp. Let us... take a look at the clock tower, Bible Thump, says Barons. X, I really enjoy your thinking and collaborative process. I really wish I could help you out, even though I'm a fan. Well, if you can build a statue like this on the server, that would be ideal. I don't know what I'm doing. His leg's been chopped in half, basically. I don't know how to make this guy kneel. I don't know what I'm doing here. So, no. I think, actually, if that were lower, though, like this... Oh, no, one more. Now that's... Oh. I think that looks like a foot, but that looks like your knees popped out. Your kneecap has popped off there. Let's change this to... Interesting. Okay, and then can this one sort of turn forward? Like, where would it be? Would that bit be there? That's sort of... That's a little bit more like what I was after originally. So I think the problem here now is that the body is very much in contrast to... Like, I think all we need to do is make the body out of these blocks so that they can distinguish themselves from the legs and the arms a little bit. Hi, there we go. Okay, and then it's got a big old helmet. So what other air blocks do we have? I mean, maybe that's where quartz would look alright. But since we're grey already, we've used the 2 grey stairs that we've got. I don't know what would look good as a helmet. Maybe the nether brick, since it's dark and maybe doesn't really add too much colour. It's actually quite strong with the colour. Okay, and then I feel like this here needs to be different. That needs to be... I don't know what I'm doing, do I? But it's not terrible, I guess. Let's change the colours here to red. And then the face can stay pink. And that's not the worst adaptation ever, but I don't feel it. I think we're just going to hop back on Hermitcraft because of stuff and things. Max Gon says, is the music copyrighted? I believe so, but you know, copyright doesn't mean you can't use it. It's licensed under Creative Commons. Licensing is what you need to look into. Piput says purple block. I don't think that would have worked. Right, we have 2 sections left to do. I really feel like this middle section's pretty naff. We need some other ideas. Let's try something with some more leaf blocks. I Love Cat says, X, sorry to say, but it looks kind of weird. Yeah, it does look weird. I'm not saying it doesn't. That's why I've given up, because I can't build those statues. There was one on my plot that I remembered, and I thought we could go look at that. I've seen loads of really great ones on the Plot World server, but just don't know where they're at. Jason Grace says, use a larger statue 7x7. I mean, I can't build them, so even if it were bigger, it probably wouldn't look so great. Hey X, if you can't make the statue, then what you should do is hire Wells to make one, because he made some really good ones. I think I'll just use one from the Plot World server. I've seen loads of good ones on there. But hey, we might come up with something completely different now. Like, that was an idea to put in this place, since it's like central, but it looks like we might be doing something different now, so... Booyah! Let's get rid of these... Oh, hello, ghost keys. Get rid of these iron bars. Some kind of horse statue, says Erica Sec. Yeah, we've done a horse statue already, haven't we? Because that's what I was thinking. I thought, I've got another one, but it's of a horse. We've already done that. Don't need a horse statue here. Right, so we will just start off by... yeah, doing this so it's got all birch everywhere. And then we'll fill in these gaps, and then we'll go around like the entire thing. And then we'll build something on it after we've done that. Swiss Piplup says, X leave server becomes devoid of the majority of life. Well, hopefully some people would stick around and check the server out. There's loads of cool stuff to see on there. That'll probably do. Build a giant hermit kappa, says Green Jacob. You know, at some point in the season, I feel like we should build a hermit valley. Just have loads of the different hermit statues everywhere. Make a chicken statue, X, says Andia. We've already done that this season. We don't need to do another one, do we? We've already got 1 chicken statue. Don't need 2. So far, that is looking actually really good. I like it quite a lot. I am Borg. Ipiv says, "Oh, I missed it when you were on your server. I wish I could see you in person." Well, hey, I go on there from time to time. That's a place you can catch me. In game, not in person. In game. Here we go. Ponybutt says, "Oh, it's about to storm here, sad face." I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it stormed here as well. It is pretty miserable outside. If actually, it doesn't look like it's going to storm here. It just looks like it's typical cold British morning. Okay, that is looking alright. I feel like it's just 1 or 2 blocks here and there could make a big difference at this point. And maybe that's it. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. I like that. So now the question is, what do we do with that space? And we had some suggestions for some sort of like bushery thing. I don't think what I'm going to build will look very good. In fact, now that I think about it, I think it's going to look pretty terrible. We might need some different... Oh, I've got an idea. Ah, is that all that... Oh, there we go. Might need some different bushes for this. Let's get rid of the... Oh, we never did the diamond hoe. Maybe that's what we can do. We can put some rows... Anyway, here's my idea. Right, you have that. Then you put one of those on top. And then you have them like this. Now, with vines on this as well, it might look pretty cool. Alright, so... Yeah, that looks like a thing, does it not? Then what we do is we put a load of this underneath it. Okay, now that would probably look good if we didn't already have loads of these bushes here, right? In fact, I kind of like that. That actually looks a little bit better than I thought it would. That looks like you're growing something. If we could put some berries on that, that would look amazing. But unfortunately, that's all we can do. Let's read... reading chat. There's lots of suggestions in chat for things to build. A grapevine rack, says Mental Bill. Yeah, we could do, but you've got to put vines over redstone. And I feel like that looks good when it's on a wall, but not when you line it up like it's a bush or something. Use jungle leaves, says Bob. Not a bad idea. I think the jungle leaves look a bit brownish. Let's go grow a jungle tree and see if we can do that then. Lots of suggestions now. Build a leaf maze. Do a gym. I think a little maze though, it's too small for that, but it's a cool idea. Right, now we're going to try and fly back. Aim it about there, perfect. Okay, and again. I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, come on. That's it. Hit me. There we go. That'll be enough to take us back, surely. Let's go a little bit faster there. Nice. Nice. Look at this. Wow. Straight into the base. Why did we come back here? To get a jungle sapling. Let's do a small one. No, a big one would be a pain. We only need a little bit of this. Make sure we take some bone meal with us. Hi, I think there's some bones over there. If not, we got that now. Build a giant hermit crab, says Ed Cox. Man, so many suggestions to build different things at the moment. Green Jacob says the Octavoid is gone, Kappa. Oh no, Episode 2 spoilers. I've removed the Octavoid. Damn it. Now you all know. Now you all know. It's still there. It's still there. Don't worry. Okay, the place... I love flying in this game. Man, the Elytra is so good. The place I want to drop this down is right here. Hello. And now we want to bone mill it. There you go. 4, that's all we needed. Now we've got to get up there. Dicky Joe says, "Hey X, I'm back. My Wi-Fi stopped working. Sorry to hear about that. Welcome back, though." Oh, look. You see? Look, it looks brown and... Ugh, it looks brown and mucky. Oh, I need another thing. Maybe we should let rest decay so we can get more of those blocks, just in case it's not enough. Right, so we put in like a couple of those, and they immediately pop out because they're brown. But we could put oak leaves between them. Yeah, let's put some oak leaves there, and that will probably help give it some contrast from the floor. Actually, that's how we'll do it. We'll put in oak and jungle together. Then our little growth thing will be brown, which probably won't look so great. We can also still chuck vines on top of it. It's going to be quite the experiment, isn't it? Okay, look, we want more of these overall, so we're going to go get our axe. The log fellow who never has his axe. Sir, thanks a lot, says RIP my internet bananas. Welcome back. Thanks a lot. There's Spruce Willis. MC John says, why don't you buy the leaves from Scar's shop? Ah, because I can just grow a tree and chop down my own. You don't have to buy everything from a shop. You can do some stuff of your own. Right, hopefully we'll get one back from half a tree. Probably not, no, my luck. Also, is it me, or do we got a ghost block? I think we've got a ghost block. Let's relog. Yeah, but it looks like kiwi fruit, says Bob. Hi, we need that one there. Excellent, there we go. Yeah, it's a kiwi fruit plant. That's exactly what it is, my friend. Okay. So let's say we space this out with 2 in between each one. Ah, that's kind of... Wait, was that 1 over? So let's make it so there's a gap of 3. And let me just make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3. Then 2, then 2, then 2. Oh, wait. What? Leaves us with 2 there. Damn it, I want this to be nice and even. Why can't it be nice and even? Oh, maybe we should look at going the other way across, actually. That might look better overall. You don't know. You never know. Also, it means if we go this way, there'll be some space for other stuff over there. Right, so let's look at starting... let's start here. No, there. And then have a gap of 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And that's all we're going to do, right? And that'll go all the way to there. 1, 2, bam, and there. Excellent. Right, and then we'll have them go across like that in rows. Update GTA 3 says, what is the point of subscribing on Twitch? Well, it supports me and what I do. Hi, there we go. One more of those. Where'd it go? Oh, wait, was it just a leaf block on top? I think it was. I don't see a sapling there. And it allows you to have emotes. And there's probably other perks as well. It allows you to join the UHCs that we do. Basically, it comes with a few perks. And it helps me out. X is a Minecraft hippie. Recycle, reuse, make builds, not war. Do you know what? I learnt a lot about the 60s recently. I found this fantastic series about that era and realised just how much of today's culture was sort of established and defined in the 60s. And they covered the hippies in it. And I've always seen like the hippie movement as like a kind of freeloading sort of ideology without backbone kind of thing. And anyway, when I watched this show, they sort of pointed out that the hippies, like the term hippie, was used to, what they call it, derogatory, is it? Or, you know, they use it to, it's like a term of slander, like, it was used in a mean context. People who were, air quotes, hippies weren't calling themselves that. The establishment would call them that. And what I learned was the hippies aren't quite what I thought they were. When I learned more things about what people at that time stood for, I'm like, they actually, like, did a lot for our generation, for future generations, for people today. Society used to be very, very conformist. People used to dress the same and speak in the same manner. And now look at how colourful society is and how many different things there are for people to do, you know? All sort of born out of that era and those people who moved against the status quo. Fascinating stuff. No one probably cares. Can I get some oak saplings? No, there's no oak saplings here. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Okay, well, I guess the leaf shop is right nearby, isn't it? Everyone keeps telling me to go there. We'll do that this time. Let's grab a couple of diamonds. and head over there. Massad Play says X use jungle leaves in the garden. It's yellowish in mesas. We've already done that, my friend. It's brown, and we're going to mix it up with oak to make it look like berries are growing on brown bushes, which will probably make them look like they haven't been looked after, to be fair. Right, into Scar's area we go, up the stairs. These are some big stairs. What are those lights posts made of, says Banana. They're made of Ren's head, believe it or not, when he was wearing a glowstone lamp on his head. Here we are. This is the place. That's the spruce. This is the oak. Right. 1 diamond for 2 stacks. Oh my goodness me. What a bargain. Scar oak leaves. I love that you renamed them. Scar spruce. Is that more Scar oaks? Scar birch. And Scar jungle. Where's the dark oak? I guess dark oak's probably the same as one of the others. Woohoo! Down we go. And it's time to put these in the berry growing facility. Not really a facility, is it? Don't waste the diamonds, says Etho Void. Man, I can't get anything right. Everyone's saying spend the diamonds. Don't spend the diamonds. What do I do? What do I do? Whatever I do it wrong, probably. You're all probably going to call me a derp now. Right. That looks pretty good, actually. It's a shame it's so, like, dark, but I think we'll get away with this. This will be what goes in this middle area. Some fruit growing. Fruit growing on Hermitcraft. Hello. Oops. That shouldn't go there. Let's get rid of that. Awesome. It's going to be pretty dark as well, isn't it, this bit? But no mobs can spawn here. Dark oak is the same as oak, says the Pandane suit. Okay. Good to know. Crownbit Streaming says, what is with the love heart and the name in the top left corner? That is the latest person to follow. If you click follow, your name might appear up there. But now that I've said it, a bunch of people will follow, and then there'll be lots of names changing up there. It's my way of saying thanks for following. Just you get your name on the screen if you're the latest follower. Booyah! Just trying to variate this up as we go along here. Cool, I like that. I don't think it looks great. It might need a few more bits and bobs to it. Oh, I also said about putting vines on it, didn't I? Actually, that looks really cool. That does look like something's being grown there. It kind of looks out of place because the rest of this place is like a big garden. But that's cool, I like that. No, that's good. Love of me Panda Anime says, what is he balding? Building UI instead of A. Balding, I was like, is someone talking about if I'm balding? Like, are they discussing if I have hair on my head? What's going on? Oh, amazing. Let's chuck that diamond back in there. Azuma, has anyone jogged the log masons already? I haven't checked. I don't know, you know. I do not even know. Okay, what else do we need? We've got a little patch here. I feel like we need something there. Oh, we haven't done these yet, have we? So let's try that. We can also sneak some water under the wood. I don't have any water on me. How do I not have a bucket of water? I always carry that with me. Right, I think there is water somewhere over this edge. I can see it from here. Let's go get that water. Woohoo! I wonder if we can dive and up. Oh, that would be so amazing if we could have got back up in the air and then used the bow to get back up. That would be a sneaky way to get some water. Go check the log mason's places, Rackspeed. That's something I'll do with Ren sometime. Hello, random chest. I'll take the bone. Cheers. I stole someone's bone. Oh no, panic. Sue me, you thief. It's just a random chest. Whoever put that there, I guarantee probably doesn't know it's there. They've probably long gone forgotten about it. So lots of people say check the log mason chest. Bill Cooper Hicks says tree masons sound better. Yeah, we're going to rename it to the tree masons because it just makes so much more sense for it to be called the tree masons. Oh, hello, come to me. The water's probably going to flow down there, but we don't even care because it's just a little wasteland area down there. Right. Dirt. We got some. Amazing. And how much of this do I actually want? That block right there should definitely have something above it. So maybe this little patch is just that big. That looks okay. And maybe we'll come out one more here. There we go. So we're going to have a patch like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that might actually be as far as it will hydrate, that corner block there. Unwoven Rainbow says, X, you should put some red mushroom blocks underneath the leaves to add some colour. What a great idea! Not just red mushroom, anything red really. That's a fantastic idea. We are doing that. That is such a great idea. Oh yeah, we've got to check that out. That's gonna add colour. That's gonna work. I wonder if I could have actually put that further back, then you couldn't see the water, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, so I feel like we should put something else in here to break it up a little bit. Aha. Aha! Suma's got an idea, peeps. Suma's got an idea. We're going to put that there. And actually, I think we'll go one over. And then put glowstone on them. Little lamps. Little crop lamps. Hello. Okay, and now we have our crops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, where's the hoe? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does it keep doing that? Maybe it's not hydrated over there. Okay, excellent then. 1, 2, and 3. Cool, there you go. We'll let them grow. That's all right there. It looks a little bit like it shouldn't really be there, but I like it. We've got now a growing area in this place. So now we're going to go get some... I'm not going to get the mushroom blocks because I don't think I have what we need. Oh, I can't remember. Do you need silk touch for them? How much of this can we shift into there? Not a lot, apparently. Not a lot at all. Loads of this can go in there, though. Right, so now we need to go and find some red wool, which I do have back at base. Awesome, let's go get some. Taco Bro says, X, use mossy cobblestone and mossy stone bricks. That would also look pretty cool. We've got to pick up some vines. We're going to do vines and red blocks. Okay, let's get this aimed correct. Which would be there. There we go, kick my butt. Make me fly. Oh, I've definitely got a hang of this. Oh no, that might be a problem. We don't want to touch down. We don't want to touch down. We didn't touch down. Whew, that was close. Close call, peeps. And that'll be enough to get us home. In style, peeps. In style. Love it. You can just bone mill a mushroom, says Kanzo. Yeah, do you need silk touch to get the blocks back, or can you use a shear? Let's grab that and find out. And then we want some red wool, which we do have some. Amazing. Right. And back we go. And back we go. AC in Tux says red nether brick. That's another good red block, but we'll stick with the basics for now. The Northern Drift says, do you think you'll upgrade your computer anytime soon? Nah, not at all. It's always tempting. You always read about like new hardware coming out, and at the end of the day, it's like, am I struggling to do what I do? we probably both look like hedgehogs. Yep, we're just a couple of hedgehogs. Oh, I didn't... Oh, I can't see my chat. Oh my goodness me, I've had chat off all this time. Let's see what else has been... Oh! Been said. Never fear, Iscal's here. Spruce and oak leaves. They're birch. They're birch, man. It is, yeah, it's a vineyard. Also, let's try that thing out and get our shears down here. Vines! Oh my goodness me! Chat goes mad. Love it. I'm sorry, we'll have to do another trip for that. Oh yeah, you need somewhere dark. You need to put it somewhere dark. Right, The sun is on its way down. Maybe we'll go get the vines and do it when it's dark. So, underneath here... Now I'm thinking in places it will look good. If you put it on every block, I mean it adds in colour, but I think you just need 1 or 2 to be like that. So maybe we'll put just 2 in for now. I also would like to have these on my hotbar. How does that look? Yeah, I think it kind of works. Just throws a little bit of colour in there, doesn't it? Where you might not expect it. And we'll also try that with the red mushroom, but we're going to have to wait till night, so we will go get some leaves. That's cool. We'll just put 1 on this row. Rewatch your old tutorial, says I am da. I don't know what my old tutorial's about. Is it about growing mushrooms? You can grow them on mycelium. I know that. Grow them any time of day on mycelium. There's warriors in chat saying you can put it on mycelium. You know, warriors, you know. Okay, let's make sure we're ready for this. Oh, am I looking at the wrong number? Huh. I was looking at the wrong number. Okay, up we go, and then need some more butt kicking. Try that again. Oh, there we go. That's the way you do it. Sweet! No problemo at all. No problemo. Ugh! Whack to the chest. Norman Drift says it seems like it needs to be a darker colour under the leaves. Maybe red stained clay. I think the colour under there was fine, to be fair. I think it was alright. Oh, I need to make a vine farm. That's on my list of things to do. Back to the elytra launcher. Bibbleship says, does weakness affect punch? If it does, it means you could use it for your elytra bow. Oh yeah. That's a really good thought, actually. Drink some weakness and do less damage to yourself. That's a good little thought right there. That's definitely worth investigating. I'll probably forget to do that though. Feel free to tweet that one at me and I might have to... Oh, no. Look, the colour's the same. I think we could put a couple bits in and it could spread. But I think in general, I'm only going to put a couple bits here. If it kept the other colour, it might have looked really good. But we're just going to do that for now and then it'll probably grow and spread, won't it? Right, and that's this little garden done, which was the other thing I wanted to do this stream. Actually, it's not, because we need to do some more birch over on the other place. It's a pity you can't do flips of the elytra, says Bob. You can actually. You can do... Well, you can do rolls, not flips. Yeah, good point. Can't really do a flip. Markster Mark says you need water on dirt, place the mushroom in the water, and then grow it with bone meal. Oh! What a pro tip! What a pro tip! I really want to try that. We're going to have to do that in a minute. That's a really great idea. If that works, that's a proper pro tip right there. Proper pro tip. I like that. Man, I've been playing this game a long time. I've never heard of that one before. If that works, I'm well and truly impressed, my friend. That's a cool one. You see, I don't know if you learned that from somewhere else or like you came up with that yourself. That is a proper cool little thing to do. Hi. There we go. Try to pick them up as well as we go along here. But to be fair, I'd rather just get this done. Okay, there we go. And we missed a little bit here in the middle. Let's do that. This one has got slightly less. Slightly less than the others. There we go. All done. This area is all done. Let's finish it up here now. Auto splash potion hooked up to the launcher, says SwissPipLove. Well, when you use the launcher, you don't need the bow. Right, because you got, well, sometimes you do. You're going up into the sky. If you're going long distance travel, you might use the bow as well. Okay, I think that's about as much as we can do. Right, let's go down and get some water. We'll try and do that trick again. It will probably fail. I'm not expecting anything fancy. This is a leftover from Plot Fellas. We should probably remove that. Here we go, trying it again. Right. Oh, I looked for a second like we might do it. No. No chance. That's what we've got. Cool, let's get up there. Man, I really want to see if this works. Okay, so we've got our mushroom. Now, I want to do this in a place where the water's not going to flow. So what we will do, that might make it hard to grow. Yeah, look at that. We will put... Does it have to be grass? It might have to be grass, you know. Oh, what a pro tip! What a pro tip! I need to check that in full daylight. Wow. That was cool. That's not how you do it. Is it silk touch? Right, yeah, you need silk touch. Can I do it with a spade? I can. Nice, there we go. Got to sell some of these blocks. We got to resubscribe for 6 months in a row, half a year from Miganova. Thank you so much, my friend. Do appreciate the resubscribe. I hope you're enjoying today's stream. Right, that's all I need for now, actually. That'll do me just fine. I've already got enough clutter in my inventory. Bam. That block needs a replacing. Sweet! Let's check this out then. Apparently these blocks will also look good. Right. Ooh, that is really bold in comparison, actually. I think we'll just change a couple of them to that. That's interesting. That's very, very bold. But we'll do a couple of them like that. Do one over here as well. There you go. Oops. Sweet. There we go. Ponybutt says spooning a mushroom. What are you on about? Oh. Right, peeps. It's been a fun and productive stream. I'm going to set my spawn here. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you for coming out and hanging out with me. I'm now going to go AFK at the Blaze Farm. Actually, we can walk over there while I talk. Yeah, thank you to everyone who has resubscribed and subscribed this stream. Thank you to all of you who have donated and hung out in chat. Thank you to all of those of you who have just watched and been silent. Appreciate you all. There'll be no raids because there's probably no one else streaming, so we'll leave it at that. And I guess there's nothing much else to tell you, really, is there? Just going to go AFK at the Blaze Farm now. Right, which is down there. That's the way. I'll walk you over there in case you haven't seen it before. P75369 says, "Oh, I just got here." There's always someone who just got here, unfortunately. That's the way of things. No one else has used this yet. I don't know if many people really know it's here, which is a bit of a shame. Because I like that little mini hub, and I like this area here as well. There's the Blaze Farm. Let's get it up and running. Let's get it up and running. Toggle spawning. Yep. Toggle pistons. Yep. And now the farm is ready for action. Peeps, thank you for tuning in today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.